Hello everyone, welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Now channel. As always, this time I have appeared with a mysterious soap opera, so don't delay, like and subscribe now and stay tuned. Ridge initiates contact with Taylor after Carter accepts the bait that Daphne and Steffy are offering. Eric informs Ridge that he doesn't like the cloak and dagger antics at the Forrester mansion. Steffy hasn't told them anything about her plans. Ridge claims that he is satisfied with her wanting Hope and Carter to leave the building. After taking a call, Taylor shows there and inquires as to if Steffy has updated them on her plan. Ridge encourages Taylor to find out once she finds out that she didn't. Steffy serves Daphne a glass of bubbly at the Cliff home. After taking a long smell, she tells her that the scent is exquisite. It is what she is banking on. Steffy informs Daphne that her family feels slapped in the face every time Carter and Hope are in charge at Forrester. Carter will be putty in her hands, Daphne promises. Steffy desires a seat in the front row. Her return to the office will be questioned by Carter and Hope, but they will also view it as a victory. When she claims that Carter is enchanted by Hope, Daphne grinned and said, "Not for much longer." Daphne, Muriel Hilaire. When Brooke enters, they begin to rave about the changes taking place in the area. Brooke groans at these modifications. She doesn't believe that anyone will recover from it. Hope inquires as to whether she is referring to the business or to her and Ridge. At the moment, Brooke doesn't want to consider it. She can't concentrate and doesn't know why she returned here. She laments that Ridge has betrayed her, even though she never desired this divide. He looked over at "What?" asks Hope. According to Brooke, she slapped Ridge because she was overcome by emotion. Hope explains to her mother that neither she nor Carter wanted her to be involved in this. Where else could she be? Wonders Brooke. Ridge is her partner, and she is her daughter. Before realizing her mistake, she was prepared to forgive him for Taylor. She believed she could help, so she accepted the CEO post, but Ridge didn't get it. Hope assumes he pursued her for collaborating with them. According to Brooke, he made her feel alienated. She gave him a slap and left, pushing Taylor as she entered. Eric is outraged that Brooke slapped Ridge and took over as CEO at the Forrester mansion. Taylor claims that she is taking her pain out on Ridge. He believes she must place the responsibility on her daughter. Carter deceived them because of Hope, which is why they are in this situation. When he checks on Taylor, she tells him that Brooke is no longer able to harm her. Brooke is back at Forrester and wants to know what's happening with the business. Carter responds that they have some extremely exciting news when she inquires about the scent line. They all concur that Daphne Rose is superior to Fanny and would give their business a lot more legitimacy. Carter inquires as to whether the CEO consents to provide an offer to her. Brooke responds, "Obviously." Carter, Brooke, Hope, B&B. Daphne informs Steffy that Carter is phoning from the Cliff house. He tells her he wants to meet and is confident they can come to an agreement when she answers the speakerphone. Daphne purrs that he is interested in her, and she is interested in him as well. After disconnecting, she informs Steffy that Carter Walton was duped. Now she only needs to pull him in, Steffy thinks. Daphne, B&B. Ridge and Eric lament that Brooke might have harmed Taylor, who is receiving treatment for a heart ailment at the Forrester mansion. Eric complains that his business has been stolen. According to Ridge, it's called Forrester. Forrester's father is his lifeblood. It's a family business, according to Eric. It will happen again, Ridge assures him. As they converse, Taylor notes that their daughter is working on it. Carter, Hope, and Brooke talk about getting Daphne's scent at Forrester. Ridge and Steffy might have been involved, according to Hope. They were unable to see the vision, Carter reflects. They continue by saying that Forrester is in capable hands. Hope believes Ridge is insecure. He secretly fears that Forrester will flourish under Brooke's direction. The arrival of Daphne Rose is a sign of things to come. It is impossible to predict what the future will bring. Steffy wagers that Carter and Hope are currently praising themselves at the Cliff home. She expresses gratitude to Daphne, who is glad to assist a friend. According to Steffy, Carter is a hypocrite and Hope Logan, a psychopathic blonde, is behind him. She will not allow them to escape punishment for this. She knows exactly what to do, Daphne assures her, so she need not worry. Steffy requests that they review the proposal once more. Daphne is not required to, it's very easy. For you, says Steffi. Carter has already been enchanted.
This isn't all bad, she says.
Brooke has already left her father's life, and she must remain gone. Hope tells Brooke how much she loves Daphne's scent at Forrester. Hope wonders whether there is anything she can do to help Brooke, who is depressed. She apologizes for being harmed by their control. According to Brooke, Ridge injured her. The manner in which he handled me, as though I were just another Logan. As if being a Logan were a crime. Hope expresses her regret that Ridge was unable to reciprocate her efforts to fight for her love. Ridge and Taylor talk about the situation when Eric is alone at the Forrester mansion after going for a drive. Taylor apologizes because things have gotten so ugly. She inquires about Ridge's thoughts on Steffi returning to Forrester. Ridge is okay with it. Brooke is the new CEO, he murmurs. Even when he promoted her to executive, it wasn't enough. Ridge says Taylor doesn't need this in her life and wants to talk about something else. He is unwilling to discuss Carter and Hope. He expresses gratitude to Taylor for her power and passion, which she contributes to the family. He growls that they have the home to themselves as they embrace. What are you up to, Ridge Forrester? Asks Taylor with a smile. Next on The Bold and the Beautiful, Hope reassures Brooke about Ridge, while urging her to continue as CEO, and Ridge gives Taylor a dress he designed, sparking a passionate and romantic evening. The air at the Forrester mansion was thick with tension, a blend of family loyalty and mistrust brewing within its elegant walls. Eric paced the room, his sharp gaze flitting between Ridge and Taylor, both seated and watching him cautiously. I'm not a fan of cloak and dagger antics, Eric declared, his voice firm but tinged with frustration. Steffi hasn't shared any of her plan with us. I don't like being kept in the dark. Ridge leaned back in his chair, his arms crossed over his chest. She wants Hope and Carter out of the building, he countered. That's good enough for me. Taylor, ever the calming presence, entered the conversation after ending a phone call. Did Steffi tell you anything else about her plan? She asked, her curiosity evident. Ridge shook his head and urged Taylor to dig deeper, his unease about Steffi's covert operations barely masked. Meanwhile, at the Cliff House, Steffi was far more relaxed. She poured a glass of champagne for Daphne, who took a sip and closed her eyes in appreciation. The scent is out of this world, Daphne said with a sly smile. Steffi's eyes glinted with determination. It's more than just a scent, she replied. Every second Carter and Hope are in control at Forrester is a slap in the face to my family. This is about restoring what's rightfully ours. Daphne's smile deepened. Carter will be putty in my hands, she assured her friend. Steffi's laugh was dry but satisfied. I want a front row seat for this. Carter and Hope will question your return to the office, but they'll see it as a victory. Carter's under Hope's spell right now, but not for much longer. Daphne raised her glass in agreement. As this scheming unfolded, Brooke entered the scene back at Forrester Creations. The office buzzed with discussions of change, unwelcome for some and tantalizing for others. Brooke sighed heavily. These changes, she began, her voice tinged with melancholy. I don't think there's any coming back from this. Hope turned to her mother, concerned. Are you talking about the company or you and Ridge? Brooke shook her head, unable or unwilling to clarify. I can't focus. I don't even know why I came back here, she admitted. Her voice cracked slightly as she continued. Ridge has turned against me. He turned to Taylor. Hope finished, her tone resigned. Brooke nodded, her emotions simmering. I let my emotions get the best of me and slapped Ridge, she confessed. He's making me feel like a stranger. Like I don't belong. Hope's face was a mixture of sympathy and frustration. Mom, Carter, and I never wanted you caught in the middle of this. Brooke's eyes flashed. Where else could I be? You're my daughter and Ridge. Ridge was my partner. I was ready to forgive him for Taylor, but I realized I was being foolish. Hope reached out, trying to comfort her mother, but Brooke pulled away, her mind racing with the implications of her decision to take the CEO position. It had seemed like the right move, a way to assert herself, but Ridge's reaction had been nothing short of devastating. At the Forrester mansion, Eric shared his frustration with Taylor and Ridge. Brooke's decision to take the CEO position and slap Ridge, it's out of character, he said, shaking his head. She's clearly hurting, but it's not an excuse. Taylor's voice was soft but firm. She's taking it out on Ridge because she doesn't know how else to cope. Eric's expression darkened. She needs to blame her daughter. Hope's the reason Carter betrayed this family and put us in this position. Taylor's face remained calm, but her eyes betrayed a flicker of agreement. Brooke can't hurt me anymore, she said quietly. Back at Forrester Creations, Brooke's demeanor shifted as Carter and Hope presented exciting news about their fragrance line. Carter's enthusiasm was contagious. Daphne Rose is on another level, he gushed. She'll bring incredible credibility to our venture. Brooke forced a smile, her mind still clouded with doubts about the personal and professional upheavals she faced. Of course, she agreed, her tone mechanical. At the Cliff House, Daphne answered a call from Carter, putting him on speakerphone for Steffi's benefit. I'd like to meet and work out a deal, Carter said, his voice confident. Daphne's reply was a sultry purr. I'm intrigued by you, she said. After disconnecting, she turned to Steffi with a triumphant grin. Carter Walton took the bait. Steffi's satisfaction was palpable. Now we just need to reel him in, she said, her eyes glittering with determination. Back at the Forrester mansion, Eric and Ridge shared a quiet moment. Eric's anger boiled over as he lamented Brooke's actions. She could have hurt Taylor, he said, his voice cracking slightly. Taylor's already dealing with enough. Ridge's tone was sharp. This company, our family business, it's a Forrester legacy. We'll make sure it stays that way. Taylor chimed in, her voice steady. Steffi's working on it as we speak. At Forrester, Carter, Hope, and Brooke discussed the growing buzz around Daphne's fragrance. Ridge and Steffi could have been a part of this, Hope remarked wistfully. Carter's tone was firm. They couldn't see the vision. Forrester is in good hands now. Hope nodded. Ridge is feeling insecure. Deep down, he's afraid Forrester will thrive under your leadership, Mom.